My name is Chris Rees. I'm Jewish and I meditate. And I've chosen this passage from The Dignity of Difference, one of the many books which the late and much lamented Rabbi Lord Sachs wrote. And it's from a chapter about forgiveness. Laura Blumenfeld is a young American Jew. In 1986, her father, a rabbi, was visiting Jerusalem. While walking in the old city, he was shot by a Palestinian terrorist. The bullet missed his brain by half an inch. Seriously injured, he survived. His daughter, however, could not forget or forgive. Years later, by then a journalist, she traveled to Israel and, without disclosing her identity, befriended the family of the gunman and began a correspondence with the terrorist himself, now in jail. Not knowing that he was speaking to the victim's daughter, the father of the gunman explained why his son shot an American stranger. He did his duty. Every Palestinian must do it. Then there will be justice. Another son added, "My brother never met the man personally. It's not a personal issue. Nothing personal, so no revenge." Laura writes in her diary, "The heat was rising in my face. It was personal. It was personal to me." She attends the terrorist's trial and persuades counsel, still without revealing who she is, to let her give testimony. On the witness stand, she finally discloses the fact that she is the victim's daughter and that she has come to know the gunman and his family so that they can put a personal face to the family of the injured man and understand that there is no such thing as an impersonal victim of violence. In the middle of her cross-examination, she is interrupted by another voice. A woman stood up at the back of the courtroom. She blurted out in English in a loud, shaking voice, "I forgive Omar for what he did." Forgive? It was my mother. This was not about forgiveness, didn't she understand? This was my revenge. "And if the Blumenfeld family can forgive Omar," my mother continued, "it's time for the state of Israel to forgive him." The two women leave the court in tears, but the family of the gunman run after them and embrace. Later, the gunman writes to Laura, "We have been in a state of war, and now we are passing through a new stage of historical reconciliation where there is no place for hatred and detestation." That forgiveness arises most effectively in silence. Enjoy